West Ham are trying to snatch a star straight out of Celtic Park. Rangers are chasing Ancelotti to take charge at Ibrox. Kris Boyd and Derek McInnes are trading jabs over who is really to blame for Celtic ruling the roost. And as for Hearts, they might be daft enough to let Shankland walk away for free after everything he's done. Want the full story behind all that madness? There is a lot going on, and we are diving into all of it. Hit that subscribe button, join the crew, and listen, once we hit 1,000 subs, somebody's bagging a brand new SPFL shirt. Could be you, Ken? Get involved. Right then, get this. Daizen Maeda, the relentless Japanese forward who sprints like he is being chased by a swarm of bees, might be packing his bags and heading for the Premier League. Word is that West Ham are preparing a substantial offer to snatch him away from Celtic this summer. And by substantial, we are talking about £25 million, give or take a few quid. Now, that kind of money could turn more than just Maeda's head. The lad has been electric this season. 49 appearances, 33 goals, and 12 assists. That is not just good. That is scary good. He has basically been doing cardio and damage for 90 minutes straight every match. No wonder Graham Potter won. The man is trying to rebuild a West Ham side that looked half asleep last season, and Maeda fits the bill perfectly. Speed, stamina, versatility, and an eye for goal. What more could you want? And it is not just West Ham sniffing around. Fulham, Brentford, Crystal Palace, and even Leeds are in the queue. It is basically a London derby at the transfer table. Celtic fans, meanwhile, might be sweating buckets. Losing Maeda now, after watching him become such a key piece under Brendan Rodgers, would sting harder than a missed penalty in stoppage time. Now let us be real. Maeda's numbers are outrageous. 62 goals and 28 assists in 156 games. That is not just form, that is consistency. And yet, there is always that awkward truth in Scottish football. The moment a player shines too bright, the big leagues come circling like seagulls over chips. If West Ham slapped the £25 million on the table and Maeda takes the bait, is he chasing progress or just chasing the money? Let me know what you think. Well now, things are getting tasty over at Ibrox. Rangers have reportedly turned their eyes to none other than Davide Ancelotti to fill the manager's seat. Yes, that Davide, son of the great Carlo, sidekick to his dad at Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Napoli, Everton. Basically everywhere, there's been a Champions League anthem playing in the background. But here is the twist. The lad has never, not once, managed a team of his own. Not a single dugout decision that was fully his. And yet, here we are. Rangers, still licking wounds from another season playing second fiddle to Celtic, are thinking of handing the keys to Ibrox to a rookie. Bold? Definitely. Brilliant? Maybe. Bonkers? Well, that depends on who you ask. According to the word from Italy, the club's top brass believed Davide could spark a new era at Ibrox, backed by the billions of Andrew Kavanagh and the ever-intriguing 49ers enterprises. You can just picture it now. A young Ancelotti on the touchline, designer coat fluttering in the Glaswegian wind, trying to outwit Brendan Rodgers in a derby where one mistake costs you the city. But before anyone starts dreaming of European nights and champagne football, there is the small matter of experience. Davide has learned under a master, sure, but is he ready to lead a squad through the madness of a Scottish Premiership title race? That is a beast of its own. This is not Madrid. This is Motherwell on a Tuesday night. And no translator in the world can explain that one until you have lived it. If Rangers hand the reins to Davide Ancelotti, are they building a dynasty? Or playing fantasy football with someone else's surname? So here we go again, another round of Scottish football soul-searching, and this time it is Derek McInnes and Kris Boyd at center stage, having a friendly wee disagreement on live telly. McInnes, now steering the ship at Kilmarnock, threw out the classic line about how Celtic have more money, and that is why they keep winning. 4 titles in a row now, 14 out of the last 15, and by the looks of it, Rangers are still spinning in circles, trying to find a formula that sticks. McInnes argued that Celtic's head start is down to cash flow, and he is not entirely wrong. The recruitment's been smarter, more efficient, and yes, they have splashed more cash. But then came Kris Boyd, and for once, the man known for his blunt takes actually offered a bit of calm, collected truth. He basically said, look, Celtic are not winning the league just because they spend more. They are winning because they spend better. Boyd highlighted something Rangers fans might not want to hear, probably should. The problem is not the old firm clashes. Rangers have actually had the upper hand in some of those this season. The real issue is the drop points elsewhere. Drawing with St. Johnstone, stumbling against Ross County, making heroes out of goalkeepers from Livingston. That is where titles are lost. And while everyone loves to moan about Celtic having a bigger war chest, Boyd pointed out that they built that chest themselves. Sell Matt O'Reilly for big money. Reinvest it wisely. Repeat the process. It is not just money, it is the model. Meanwhile, at Ibrox, they are still trying to figure out how to get a return on their millions, while bypassing the annual injury crisis and the revolving door of managers. Has Rangers really been held back by a lack of money, or has it just been a case of blowing it on the wrong players, year after year? Lawrence Shankland, the man, the myth, the shrug. Once again, his future at Heart of Midlothian is the topic of many a pub chat and fans for a meltdown. You would think a lad who has scored 68 goals and provided 22 assists in 135 games for the club would have his name carved in marble outside Tynecastle by now. But football fans have short memories and patience even shorter. Let us rewind a bit. Shankland's recent run of form, 4 goals in 2 games right after Neil Critchley's exit, has suddenly turned heads again. Some folks are whispering that it is a contract ploy. Others reckon he is just feeling free now that the pressure's off. Either way, he is back doing what he does best, which is putting the ball in the net. Even if, yes, most of those goals have come against teams in the bottom half of the table. But tell you what, someone still got to score them. It is easy to forget that during that horrid 9-game spell earlier in the season, Hearts scored just 3 goals. 3. If not for Shankland finally getting off the mark, they might still be looking for a 4th. He might not have looked as sharp as seasons past. Too many touches, weird decision-making, and that now infamous penalty miss in Bruges. But when no one else is stepping up, it is no wonder the captain starts looking like he is carrying the weight of Gorgie on his shoulders. There has been criticism, no doubt. The body language, the yellow card against Hibernian for booting the ball in frustration, the awkward post-match moments. But here is the thing. Most of it looks worse when the team is losing. When Hearts win, it is called passion. When they lose, it is called petulance. That is football logic. Hearts need to be clever here. Yes, they want to bring in fresh attacking options. Yes, they need someone to share the goal-scoring load. But letting Shankland walk away on a free after the service he has given and the goals he has delivered, that would be downright daft. You do not throw away a proven goal scorer in Scottish football just because he had one off season. Ask anyone in maroon and white how long they waited for someone to fill John Robertson's boots. The answer is decades. If Hearts let Shankland leave now, are they moving forward? Or just setting themselves back 5 years for the sake of saving face? And don't forget, we're closing in on 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit that mark, we're giving away a shirt of your favorite SPFL team to 1 lucky subscriber. So hit that subscribe button, drop your team in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. I post videos every day talking about our Scottish football. See you soon.